guys, what's up? Welcome to Superwowstyle. This is Prachi, and today we are going to talk about some very practical, very practical, easy weasy, extremely tiny changes that you can make to your diet which will help you tremendously with your PCOS. Now the deal with PCOS, guys, is that like a lot of women have it these days, right? Statistically, 1 out of every 5 women, that's 20% of the women population these days, have PCOS. And unfortunately, some doctors, not all, but some doctors, when you actually go to them, they will say, oh no, PCOS can never be cured. Guys, that is not true. Let me tell you, in Ayurveda, there is this concept called Stri Rog Chikitsa, and even otherwise also, there are so many ways of actually dealing with PCOS, because PCOS is technically a lifestyle related disorder, okay? It's not like a chronic disease that you have to live with forever. It's basically because of bad lifestyle, to be very honest. So if you make some changes, and you don't have to make all the changes at once, because yes, it can be difficult. Just some tiny steps that you can start taking initially and then gradually build upon it, PCOS can actually go away. And I personally know of some women who were diagnosed with PCOS and today they are mothers, happy mothers, having their periods on time and no issues. So what are these changes, guys? Let me start with something which is very simple. We all use cooking oils, right? We all use oils in our cooking. Try to avoid using refined oils, refined oils, okay? Refined oils are absolutely horrible for your health, horrible for your PCOS. Instead, use things like ghee, mustard oil, even avocado or coconut oil is much better. Oils with healthy fats. Don't use too much of oils, but when you do, try to use natural vegetable oils with healthy fats instead of refined oils. Very small change, but it can do huge things for your health, not just for PCOS, but also for your cholesterol levels and otherwise for your overall health. Another very simple thing that you can do to your diet is to start using cinnamon, okay? So cinnamon basically comes from the bark of cinnamon tree. We all know that. You can just add a bit of cinnamon to your tea, especially green tea tastes really nice with cinnamon, or you can just put some cinnamon in hot water and drink it as a beverage. You can start using cinnamon when you are making your sabzis or dal. Cinnamon tastes nice in a lot of our Indian cuisines especially. So start including cinnamon because it's great for its anti-insulin properties. It also helps in building immunity, so overall very good for the health, okay? Number 3, well, there are lots of Ayurvedic capsules. Some of them are good. Let me just tell you which one I have with me right now. This one is like really good, okay? This was from Namya Life Sciences, and the reason why I really like this capsule is that even this has been formulated basis the Ayurvedic concept of Stri Rog Chikitsa that I just mentioned in the beginning. It actually contains that formulation. Let me just show this to you what it says over here. So this is the Namya Life Sciences Arthava Kashya for PCOD and PCOS, and if you just look at the label over here, it says that it can help to treat the root cause of PCOD and PCOS, restore the natural balance of hormones, normalize the monthly menstrual cycles, and promote timely ovulation, obviously. And if you want to look at the ingredient list, you can pause the video if you want to read this more in detail. I'll just tell you a few read out a few of these. So it contains dalchini, which like I just mentioned, it's cinnamon, dalchini or cinnamon. It contains elaichi, ajwain, kala jeera, triphala. Triphala is a really good formulation in Ayurveda. You might have even heard. Triphala contains ambala, harad, bahida. Trikathu, it contains kali mirch, saunth, pipali. So these are like some very good, I mean, if you've studied Ayurveda or if you know a bit about Ayurveda, you will know why these ingredients are absolutely solid. They're very good for not just dealing with PCOS, but overall also really good for the health, okay? So how do you consume this capsule? Well, you can talk to your doctor if you want to talk to your doctor about this. This is basically a very natural Ayurvedic based capsule, It's not like even a medicine, it's more like a health capsule, to be very honest, prescribed by a lot of dietitians and nutritionists these days. So you just have to take it twice a day, and this is the right way of taking it. After breakfast, have 1 capsule, and at night after dinner, have 1 more capsule. So for people with PCOS, PCOD, ideally doing this every single day for 6 months should really help tremendously and deal with your PCOS problem either entirely or to a huge extent, okay? So a lot of this also depends on your other lifestyle modifications, right? Of course, we're talking about food, we're talking about capsules, we're talking about this, that, but a little bit of lifestyle modification is also important, right? So start trying to go on walks a little bit. Just have a normal proper sleep timing. Instead of sleeping for like 2 hours here, 2 hours there, have like a proper sleep timing. Whether you want to sleep late or sleep early, have a proper cycle. These things will also help you tremendously, especially when you're going for all these lifestyle changes, right? Apart from that, guys, another thing that you can start doing for this capsule, by the way, if you want to know more, I'll put the link in the description box below, okay? It's a very good formulation. Like, I personally really like it, and I know someone who is taking this capsule and has already seen a huge difference, okay? So I think this is a very, very good capsule. So yeah, going forward, apart from these options, you also need to start taking berries. Why? Berries are very good for their anti-insulin properties. What are the good berries? One of the best berries and most easily available and affordable berries in India is Indian gooseberry, which is amla. So don't have amla ka murabba because that is sweet and we want to avoid sugar when you have PCOS. But instead of having amla ka murabba, you can start having amla juice. Okay, so you can just make a bit of amla juice and drink it every day in the morning, just a little bit, not too much. Amla juice is also very rich in vitamin C. It's also good for your skin, for your hair, for your immunity, for so many things. So start consuming berries. Amla is great. You can start having blackberry, blueberry. Although those are like really expensive and very hard to find in India. If you want, if you can find them, you can also start consuming those. Berries are very, very good when you have PCOS. And last but not the least, I know again in the Indian diet especially, rice is a very, very major component in most cultures, right? In Bengal, in South India, across states, I've seen this. Rice is a very, very important food. So if you like to have rice, instead of white rice, start having brown rice. Or you can start having quinoa. I know a lot of you will be thinking, but you know, brown rice doesn't have that taste. Honestly, if you cook brown rice properly, I think the problem with brown rice is that most people don't really cook it properly. You have to heat it up a little longer. But after a few times, you totally get used to having brown rice. Or quinoa is also really good. So start having these because again, they help in building insulin resistance. Whereas white rice contains a lot of carbs. Okay, so that really just adds to the sugar content in your body. The thing with PCOS, guys, you need to understand why PCOS even happens, right? I think a lot of you already know about this, but still, let me just tell you. Our body releases different types of hormones, right? There is a type of hormone which is considered to be the male hormone. Little bit of secretion of that is considered normal in the female body, but when it exceeds that normal limit, when there's too much of this hormone, the male hormone being released in the female body, that is when PCOS happens. And this can be controlled by lifestyle changes. Don't let anyone, I cannot assure you guys enough, well, please don't let anyone convince you that it can't be done. That's not true. I could literally shout this off the rooftops. PCOS can be cured, okay? I personally know a lot of women, like a lot of my friends, right? We're the same age group, so they recently had babies. They were diagnosed with PCOS, you know, a couple of years back, and they were in a state of tragedy. Some of them were like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get married because I can't have children. You know, my likelihood of having children is so rare now. And so many of them, now they look back and think, oh my god, Prachi, back in those days I was in so much of depression because of PCOS. If only someone had told me that this can be cured. So yes, it can be cured, okay? Don't believe that it can't be cured. If you have a long list of things, if somebody has prescribed too many things for you to do, too many lifestyle changes, and if that's totally freaking you out, don't have to go for all of those things at once. Do it stepwise. So like today's video can be your first step, right? Like I said, changing your cooking oil, cinnamon, some capsules, berries, changing your white rice to brown rice. These are some very, very small changes, but it will have a huge impact. And immediately as you start seeing that your health is getting better, you will feel more motivated. In the meanwhile, start going for some exercising, some walks, just some basic things, okay? Whatever you're comfortable with. Don't push yourself to a limit where you keep falling back to your old lifestyle. That is not healthy. Just do it bit by bit, right? So yes guys, that's all I want to share in today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any hacks, any tips, any tricks of your own, please share them with me in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, turn the bell icon for notifications, and keep coming back to Superwowstyle for more. Thank you so much for watching. This is me, Prachi, signing off now. Bye bye. Bye. Bye.